Hello and welcome to another session of the My Solo 401k Financial weekly YouTube webinar series. We're testing the audio and we're going to be getting started here momentarily. All right, thank you so much for joining. All right, so if you're on our YouTube channel, you're able to make comments and we'll go through those comments after we go through all these slides. We would ask you to please like and subscribe, especially if you find this content to be useful. Today's topic is a hot topic currently regarding investing solo 401k funds into a certificate of deposit. We're specifically going to talk about the steps to do so via a brokerage account at Fidelity. So the topic is investing in a self-directed solo 401k via a brokerage account at Fidelity and a certificate of deposit. We first want to highlight that the presentation is being provided for educational purposes only and should not be construed as tax, legal, or investment advice, nor as a solicitation. When making an investment decision, please consult with your tax attorney and financial professional. So just to set the foundation, we first want to make clear that yes, it is certainly acceptable for those clients, for those self-employed individuals who have a solo 401k plan through us to invest in a certificate of deposit. As a matter of fact, they can invest their funds in traditional investments such as stocks and mutual funds, as well as alternative investments, including real estate, liens, notes, precious metals. But of course, a solo 401k plan and the funds in the plan may be invested in a certificate of deposit. The steps to invest a solo 401k in a certificate of deposit are laid out here on this slide. So first, you would need a plan like ours that allows you to invest your solo 401k funds into a CD. Then you need to have your funds in an account, such as a bank account or a brokerage account, at a bank or brokerage that offers a certificate of deposit investment options. So that account at the bank or brokerage would need to be under the name and the EIN number of the plan. As part of our onboarding process, we're helping our clients open accounts at the bank or brokerage of choice. So we have helped our clients open accounts at hundreds of different banks and many different brokerages, including Fidelity. Once the bank or brokerage account is opened, then the bank or brokerage account would need to be funded. And so there's really two ways to fund a bank or brokerage account for a solo 401k. One would be to make contributions. So this is where one is contributing money to the solo 401k from a non-retirement account. So when one contributes non-retirement money to a solo 401k, the way to do so is by making a contribution. So this is like any 401k contribution that one might make, even if you are making it at a day job 401k. In other words, it's based on your earned income. So specifically, this would be based on the earned self-employment income. And what's really helpful and great is that a solo 401k plan has the highest contribution limits for any defined contribution plan available to self-employed individuals. For example, for 2023, if you have the self-employment income to justify it, you could contribute as much as $66,000 or even $73,500 if you're 50 or older. And as part of our services, we're helping our clients determine how much they can contribute and otherwise educating them on the contribution rules. The other way to get money into the solo 401k is by transferring money from an existing retirement account. And likewise, we've helped our clients transfer funds from hundreds of different places, right? Whether it's an IRA, a Vanguard, or a former employer plan at Fidelity. So of course, one has to be transferring money from an account that's eligible to be rolled over from. So that's going to include a former employer plan, because typically one's not able to transfer funds from a current employer plan until you're at least 59 and a half. In addition, one could transfer money from a non-Roth IRA, in other words, a pre-tax or a traditional IRA. The Roth IRA rules don't allow you to transfer money from a Roth IRA to any type of 401k, including a solo 401k. So that would be the other way that one could get money into that solo 401k bank or brokerage account. So once the funds have cleared into the solo 401k bank or brokerage account, then they can be invested right away, including it into a certificate of deposit. So that CD, again, would need to be purchased with funds from that solo 401k bank or brokerage account, entitled under the name and the EIN number of the solo 401k. So as part of the establishment process, we're obtaining a separate tax ID number for the 401k. So when that 401k EIN number is obtained, the IRS understands that that EIN number is associated with a 401k. Practically, that's going to be important, because ultimately, if the bank or brokerage is reporting the interest earned on that CD using, for example, a 1099 INT or a 1099 DIV, well, the IRS is going to understand that that income is earned inside of a 401k. So they'll understand that it's being earned on a tax deferred basis, as opposed to a scenario where someone were to use, say, their business EIN number to open up the account for the solo 401k and then make the investment. In that case, the interest would be reported with respect to the EIN number for the business, and the IRS would look for that interest income to be reported on the business tax return. So that's why practically it's so important that that EIN number is used for, number one, opening the account, and number two, making investments. All right, so now we're going to turn to the next steps to go over the next steps to invest funds in a Fidelity brokerage account associated with your solo 401k and a certificate of deposit. So step one, of course, and this assumes that you've got the account at Fidelity associated with your solo 401k. Like I mentioned, we're helping our clients open up accounts at the bank or brokerage of choice. Fidelity is one of the most popular options, and we would pre-fill the paperwork that Fidelity requires to open up the account at Fidelity for your solo 401k. Fidelity refers to those accounts as investment-only accounts, as well as non-prototype accounts. So once the account is opened up and you're able to log in, step one would be to log into your Fidelity brokerage account that's associated with your solo 401k. Then you want to click on trade. You'll see trade on the Fidelity platform. Once you've clicked on trade, then you're going to see these drop-down menu options presented. For example, there's one under trade that says stocks, ETFs, and you don't want to select that. You want to hit the drop down and then select fixed income. Then you'll be taken to this screen, and here you're going to want to click on the text that says view CDs, and that's under the FDIC insured products link. From here, you'll be able to click through and determine the CD that you want to invest in. There's a sample snapshot here. You can see City National Bank, Blue Sky Bank, First Bank of Puerto Rico. So once you find the CD that you want to invest in, you would click the buy button next to that CD that you want to invest in. And then you would be able to decide how much you want to invest from that Fidelity account, and then click through to complete the investment. So really, it's as simple as that. That takes us to the end of the slides. We do want to highlight the resources. We have a webinar every day on our community, mysolo401k.net/my community. It's same time, same place every day, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. It's totally free to join. All are welcome. Again, you can join at mysolo401k.net/my community. We post videos on a daily basis on our YouTube channel, so please subscribe if you're on YouTube so you can get notifications of those videos. We have forums on our website where people are posting questions 24/7. So there's a lot of great ways to learn and to share the knowledge. So now we want to turn to the substantive questions that are being chatted up. I responded to that first comment there. So if you could please email us, that would be great, so we can help out. Thank you so much for all the good participation. So we can definitely take the conversation in a different direction, but certainly if there's more questions about the topic at hand, please don't hesitate to chat it over. But we'll start to go through the questions that are being chatted up. So unrelated question to today's topic: what is the best way to fund a franchise using my solo 401k pre-tax funds? So one of the other products that we offer in addition to the solo 401k is our 401k business financing. So this is a plan that would allow you to use retirement money to fund the purchase or startup of a business that the 401k owner is actually going to be working in. And there's a number of requirements related to that. And if one is trying to convert, say, a solo 401k to a Rob's 401k, there's a number of considerations depending on the facts and circumstances. So we would definitely encourage you to book a call. You can find our online calendar at mysolo401k.net/book. But just to set the baseline, I mean, you cannot use a solo 401k to invest in a business that the solo 401k owner is going to be working in. That's just not allowed with respect to a solo 401k. The way to do that is through a Rob's 401k. And then again, there's those specific steps for any Rob's, like you have to operate the business as a C Corp. The individual needs to be working in the business as a bona fide employee, just to name a couple of those key requirements. And then again, one cannot use solo 401k funds to fund the business that they're going to be working in. And so there would be a number of considerations to go through depending on the facts and circumstances to really map out what would be needed to convert that solo 401k to a Rob's 401k. So hopefully that helps, though. Appreciate the participation and the engagement. Thank you so much. All right, well, I'm not seeing any other questions. So again, appreciate the participation. If you're watching this recording on YouTube, feel free to post comments so we can get back to you on those comments or those questions in the comments. Please, like and subscribe. Please continue to engage. Please feel free to join our community and participate over there. Like I said, we have daily webinars, 24/7 forums. So thank you so much and all the best.